Hey everybody, it's Coach Brock Bennett, assistant baseball coach at the University of Georgia and GAC graduate class of 2006. GAC is not only where I went to school, it is where I earned the opportunity to play 8th grade, JV, and varsity baseball and basketball. It is also the place where I met my wife, as well as the place that we have chosen for our son Chandler to go, who is currently in the Young Learners program. As you can tell, GAC has had a huge impact on my life. And just as I was, you guys are super fortunate to go to a school that encourages you to go the extra mile and be the best that you can through hard work and perseverance. This is one of the many reasons why our family continues to be part of the GAC family. Before I go on, I want to thank Coach B for giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys, especially with how crazy of a time right now it is in the world. It's a great opportunity for myself and each of us to take a step back in life and value what really matters, and hopefully spend some quality time with your family and grow closer to God. Sounds like Coach has a great plan for you guys moving forward, and you really won't miss out on that much. Trust me, though, Coach B and I are definitely ready to get back in the weight room. The grit framework that you guys are working on is absolutely awesome. I know when we recruit kids to come play baseball here at the University of Georgia, we look for a lot of those exact same characteristics. I asked Coach if I could speak on the integrity part of it because I honestly think that plays a role in our everyday lives, not just on the field or in the court or in the classroom, but every day, everywhere in your life. While I sat down and thought about what I wanted to say, I thought to myself, what would I really want to hear if it was 15 years ago and I was in your shoes again? Surely not a lot of boring definitions or someone running through a PowerPoint. I really wish we could sit down and have a live session or question and answer because I feel like you'd get a lot more out of that. And honestly, it'd probably be a lot more fun for me. Hopefully, maybe one day soon if Coach B lets me back. So today, I just kind of wanted to tell you some stories and the practical side of integrity from a former student athlete and a current college coach's point of view. You may find some of it entertaining, interesting, hopefully motivating, or not interested at all. But I just thought I'd share with you some of my stories. We all know the basics of integrity. You guys are super smart. Some of y'all are probably honestly smarter than me. So I'll make this part quick. When I was first starting, I thought I'd just look up the definition of integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. I think that makes sense to all of us. Do the right thing when no one's watching. Be trustworthy. Be honest. Be truthfulness. Have truthfulness. Loyalty. Accountability. Committed to complete every task. I think these are all words that we've all kind of heard, and really they're spot on with what integrity means. But the question I really want to ask all of you guys, and love to ask guys about anything, is why? Why would you have integrity? Kind of like when you're doing a clean or a squat, do you know why? Coach B has a reason for every movement you guys are going. So I ask you to sit and think about, why should you have integrity? Because when you find out why you personally should have integrity, it makes the tough decisions a little easier when they're put in front of you. First story I want to tell you is my own personal journey. At the end of my senior year, I weighed 130 pounds and didn't have one scholarship offer to play baseball at the next level. Not Division One, Division Two, Division Three, or junior college baseball. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I ended up going to the University of Alabama and trying to walk onto their baseball team. I was fortunate enough that they had a couple catcher injuries, so I could stay with the team in the fall and catch bullpens. Coach told me I most likely would not have a roster spot in the spring, but I continued to work hard anyways. I knew I had to gain a lot of weight just to compete with the rest of the talent out there. The main way I realized that I could separate myself from people who were more talented than me was because some of their integrity was in question every day living the so-called college life. I went from a bullpen catcher that was a walk-on to MLB draft pick at the time I left college because of the choices that I made. Why did I tell you that story? Was it to brag on how successful I think I was? No, not at all. Two reasons. Number one, to motivate you that if you work hard and do the right thing, good things will happen to you eventually. Sometimes you just have to wait and be patient. I had to wait over 4 years. Number two, have integrity with yourself first and foremost. Be honest with yourself, because at the end of the day, only you know if you did every single thing the right way, and that's the only way you will be able to live with yourself when you get older. when you know you gave it your all and did it the right way. Now moving on to more of a coach's perspective. I know none of y'all personally do this, but we all have that one friend or teammate that always skips reps, exercises, or sets. No one is watching that specific movement so they can get away with it. But eventually, and I speak from experience, this always catches up to them. Maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but at some point down the road, cutting corners and not having the integrity to do the right thing will always catch up. It can also cost you during practice. During practice, if we can't count on a guy to do something at our level when there's nobody in the stands, how can we really count on him to do something when we're going to have 10,000 plus fans in the stands during games? Us as coaches want people we put in the game with integrity because they're trusted people that their teammates can rely on. In baseball, we got to be able to rely on you to get a bunt down. It's like in basketball, we have to rely on you to not turn the ball over or be able to set a pick. In football, we have to count on the guy to know that he's going to be able to block that guy to create the angle for a receiver or someone else to get open. People and parents always complain and say that coaches play favorites. My answer to that is always the same. We play the athlete that we can count on the most, and that person is absolutely our favorite. As a coach, I firmly believe that there is a direct correlation between someone's integrity and their improvement. So I want to find the highest integrity kid I can with a good skill set, because over a 4-year period that we have them, that person will improve at a drastically faster rate than a kid with a lower integrity and the same skill set. Integrity is so hard to find in today's society. It is possibly the biggest attribute you can have to set yourself apart from your competition. When we recruit a kid, we do as thorough as a background check as we can. Talk to the high school coach, their parents, the teachers, strength coach, friends' parents, and the list goes on and on. These days, you definitely know how it is with social media. Everyone checks Twitter, Instagram thousands of times a day. So we make sure to look into the kids and see what they're posting on Twitter and Instagram. Even now, I'm debating getting a TikTok just so I can see what videos kids are posting, even though I really don't even know what it is. I guess I'm getting old. Anyways, when I was coaching at a different school, we did some background info on a super talented kid that we liked how he played the game. We saw his Twitter account and nothing was too alarming, so we started following him just to stay in touch. A few days later, we kept seeing all these weird, controversial tweets on our feed, not knowing really where it had come from. Turns out he wasn't tweeting or retweeting them. He was just liking and following some questionable people, so we immediately stopped the recruiting process with this kid. So make sure that not only your integrity is solid, but the people you're hanging around and associating with on social media as well. Hope you guys enjoyed listening, and hopefully we can talk again soon. I'll leave you with these 2 quotes. You get satisfaction by doing it the right way. Doing the right thing always leads to a better outcome. Sometimes it just takes patience. Go Spartans and go Dogs.